And to break down the race further, we want to bring in Republican strategist Bobby Eberle and Democratic strategist Nicole Brenner-Schmitz. Thank you both for joining us. We're going to continue this conversation. We're heading into the final days of campaigning. There is so much to follow. Our cameras are everywhere, so thankfully we can see what's going on. Today, Trump is holding a rally in a solidly blue state right here in New York. Bobby, let's start with you. Should he be spending his time here, or would it be better spent in a swing state? He can't be everywhere, and today he's going to be here.
That's right. Yeah, I think this is going to be a huge event. I mean, Kamala Harris came down to my neighborhood in Houston, Texas to do an event. And Trump is going to show what it means to put a true rally together. And then he's going to be back, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, doing what needs to be done to make that closing argument, to reach voters, to lay out the true case between the 4 years of Trump versus the 4 years of Biden-Harris. And when you're talking the Congresswoman mentioned, black voters, they were better under Trump. And so that's why they are breaking in a larger number for the president. So will continue to make that closing argument. But I think this is going to be a great event for him.
Yeah, we are taking a live look right now outside of MSG, Madison Square Garden, where we see voters out there showing their support or dislike for the former president. And we continue to watch this huge crowd. I mean, there's been thousands of people queuing up for this event today. Michelle Obama was nicknamed the closer during President Obama's campaign run. Obama joining Harris on the campaign trail, delivering a powerful speech in Michigan. We want to listen to this and talk to you on the other side, Nicole. Let's listen.
But to anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. Are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety?
So, Nicole, I'm wondering what you thought about the speech and if it could help Harris, close the deal. Many people wondering why we haven't seen Michelle Obama earlier in this campaign. But, we're getting close to the end here. So what do you think? Will the speech help?
Well, I think she's speaking to a number of people there. I mean, first and foremost, obviously, she speaks directly to men, and she puts this quote unquote women's issue to them, makes it important to their lives, your wife, your daughter, your niece. It's a great speech and a good commentary on why it's such an important time right now. She hits on that third party angle. She is talking to people, and she is popular within the Democratic base who maybe feel like, I'm going to take this protest vote. One of two people is going to be in the Oval Office in January, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. And she's trying to make that clear, and that you need to pick Kamala Harris because of these issues, as she lays out, being important to you, that this protest vote will not succeed and will not have an effect that you're desiring. So it's an important message. We also woke up this morning to new ABC polls showing that Kamala Harris has the same amount of support amongst the Black vote that we've seen in previous cycles with Joe Biden and with Barack Obama and with Hillary Clinton. So she's still winning the majority of that vote. And we are seeing numbers that are similar to what Democratic presidents have had in the past. So the Harris campaign is going to continue to roll out various surrogates from Michelle Obama to Beyonce to speak to voters and make sure that they know what she's about for the next 4 years and get as many people to the polls in the next 8 days.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, we just talked to somebody yesterday who has been undecided, and that is the very person that these candidates are after, and people in that category. Both candidates will be on this battleground blitz over the next few days where polls show them neck and neck. I mean, this is crazy how close it is, Bobby. And at this point, what would they have to do to move the needle, to sway those undecided voters?
Well, I guess just to remind him, I mean, in the last couple of speeches that President Trump has made, he's gone from, the summertime rallies to a true closing argument. And what does he start with? He starts with Ronald Reagan's famous line, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?" And when people are struggling and having to have an internal family debate on fuel versus food versus housing, affording all of those items, then those become real. Those are real kitchen table issues that affect everybody, man, woman, child, families. And those are the arguments he's going to make to the swings. In addition to that, we also have a ground game that we have not seen in forever from the Republican side, getting people out to vote early. We see the percentages in Pennsylvania and North Carolina. The strong Democrat lead that they've had in the past has been eroded. And in places like Arizona and Nevada, Republicans are actually leading in the early vote. That is a strong sign, and that carries the momentum. And of all things you want at the close, it's momentum.
Nicole, we've got to wrap it up, and I'm going to give you the last word real quick, if you could. When will the election be called? Do you think it's going to happen on election night? Do you think it's going to linger? And then we've got to leave it there.
I feel like it's probably going to linger. I mean, the reality is Wisconsin and Pennsylvania just have laws that don't allow them to start counting ballots until an hour. That makes it very hard to see, particularly as we know that these 7 states are swing states and they're toss-ups, and those are 2 of the most crucial ones. It's hard to believe that we will have a sense of where they are before the night is over.
Okay, we'll see what happens, and we're going to have you guys back. Thank you so much. Republican strategist Bobby Eberle and Democratic strategist Nicole Brenner-Schmitz. Thank you both so much for being here today.
All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button above. Once you do, tell your friends, share it, spread the word about the 13-minute news hour so we can keep growing. And for more great content, check out these videos right here, and I'll see you next time.